What's up, guys? Welcome back to Newswave. So the video game awards are tonight. It's finally here, and it looks like they are stacking the announcements for tonight. We're going to go over a lot of them so you can kind of get caught up and see what you should be looking for. And a few new things have kind of come to light now as well that we're going to go over. It looks like it's going to be a packed show tonight with all new stuff being shown, and I'll actually be streaming it here live. So if you want to check it out and watch, we're going to be doing that tonight. So we'll probably go live about 15 minutes till to when it starts, and we'll have a good time and see some pretty cool announcements. You definitely want to show up and watch that, definitely. Now, today we got all kinds of stuff to talk about. We are going to go over, like I said, the video game awards, and Bethesda they just can't get out of their own way. Somehow they managed to glitch their own website and leak a bunch of customer information. So you're probably going to want to double check everything if you were one of the people who was sending in a support ticket specifically to get your bag changed out on that big collector's edition. As always, guys, enjoy these videos. Do hit the like button. It does help out. Also, today is the last day for the Smash Bros. Ultimate giveaway. That will be ending. Tonight, going into tomorrow. Obviously, Smash Bros. Day is tomorrow, and we'll be hopefully announcing winners then or on Monday after the weekend is over and people have a chance to respond. We're going to start today with some quick news, and we're going to start with a game that I didn't know if we would see this year at all because we're coming to a close, and that is Below. This is a roguelike kind of action-adventure style game that was actually announced back in 2013. Yes, this has been in development, I guess, technically longer than Crackdown at this point, or at least announced and in development. And it's interesting to see this finally get announced for release date December 14th. It was originally shown at E3 2013 under Microsoft's booth and everything, because this is an Xbox and PC game. It's done on any other systems for the announcement. And it's going to be pretty cool to see this finally show up, because in 2016, they put this on hold like indefinitely, specifically to polish the game and make sure it was a good product. So that alone has me interested in what they were able to do here, and it's been in development for so long. I want to see if maybe they got something new out of the roguelike genre or something. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, and if you remember, we talked about the Koei Tecmo tease for December 6th. Well, after it was updated with the horses, we figured, okay, this is probably their horse racing game, and yeah, it's Winning Post 9. We were hoping it was something better, right? Anything better, but Winning Post 9, it is coming out in March in Japan specifically for the Switch, PS4, and PC, as we talked about before. And yes, a lot of people were let down. We were hoping it was something bigger, but maybe next time. Also, Battle Princess Madeline is delayed, at least on the Switch and the PS4. This was announced pretty much at the 11th hour of release now, so it is still coming out on the Xbox One and the PC today, but it's being pushed to what we assume to be next week. They didn't really give a specific timetable on it, but it does look to be next week according to like the press release, at least a rough window. And they seem to be citing player feedback. I assume people who are testing it and checking the game out, maybe press, but just in general, it seems to be feedback that is kind of pushing the PS4 and the Switch version specifically back. And that's kind of a shame, because I was looking forward to getting the game on release day and trying it out because it looked really good. But I guess if you want it on the Switch or the PS4, you'll just have to wait hopefully an extra week. Again, no specific date, just that probably about a week or so you'll be able to get it. Oh, and if you remember, Roller Coaster Tycoon is coming out on the Switch next week, actually, December 13th. And there has been a question, because we kind of saw this as maybe a mobile spin-off or something to that nature, where there could be microtransactions involved. Well, Atari actually put those fears to rest, saying, no microtransactions. This is a premium game through and through. For DLC, the Roller Coaster Tycoon franchise has a great tradition of awesome expansions, so that's definitely something we've been talking about. For now, though, we're focusing on the base game. And that's from Atari's Mark Perloff, who, well, pretty much just said no microtransactions, but we'll probably have some sort of DLC, whether it's park expansions or who knows. At least we do see here that it is an upfront premium, straight up purchase. You buy it, you get Roller Coaster Tycoon, you don't have to worry about buying currency or something to get a better, better roller coaster or better rides or the ability to do things faster. It's just going to be Roller Coaster Tycoon, and according to them, it's 1080p in dock mode, 720p in handheld mode. As for the game itself, I'll have to try it myself. That's coming out again next Friday, and you know what? We will try it, and hopefully it's just fun Roller Coaster Tycoon, but we'll see. All right, guys, quick news out of the way. Let's get into the bigger stuff. We're going to start with Bethesda and Fallout 76, because this just will not end. Like the microscope's been on them for a long time, and they keep messing up underneath of it. And this time, they've given out quite a bit of personal information for their customers. Now, if you remember, we had that issue with the bag, where the bag was made of nylon. It wasn't what they advertised, so they said, okay, we found a bunch of canvas the other day. We're going to go ahead and distribute canvas bags to you to replace the cheap nylon ones that cost us less than $1 to provide. Send us your information and a support ticket, and we'll get back to you with the shipping tracking number and everything, all the information. Well, strangely, the glitches don't just extend to the game itself with Fallout 76. It seems to extend to their website, as well as a few people started to post on Twitter. One person on Reddit actually posted a big picture of all the stuff that they got, and it had everyone's information, some people's information on it. But that was redacted pretty quickly. The mods verified that what they were saying was real. Again, people were also posting on Twitter about it. For some reason, I don't know why, but they somehow made some people basically mods, or essentially people in charge of support tickets, to where they could approve or deny or reply to them. Or apparently, though, they could see everything. They could see your phone number, your address, your credit card information, your full name, everything basically they would need to, well, basically take your card and maybe some of your identity, depending on anything else. But basically, your information was there, and some people were obviously nice about it, but that doesn't mean that everyone's been nice about it. So if you sent your information in for changing the bag with a canvas bag, you're going to want to do a few things. You're going to want to reach out and cancel your credit card, because somebody probably has the number right now that might have more malicious intentions. And I guess get in contact with Bethesda immediately if you have not already, and get this all sorted out, because this is just one of the worst PR disasters, one of the worst run games and support that I've ever seen in gaming. And that's bad. That's really bad. I mean, think of how long we've all been gaming, and this is the worst. It's amazing to me that this won't stop being terrible, and it keeps getting worse. And I said it last time, and I shouldn't say it again, but can this get any worse? Next up, let's get into the Game Awards. That is tonight. We are going to be live streaming it here. I believe it starts around 8 p.m. Eastern time. That's around when I'll be going live, maybe a little before, because they do a lot of pre-show stuff. I think last year there was quite a bit of pre-show stuff leading up to it. So we're going to be going over it. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really excited about it, because the announcements are piling up. Let's get into some of them. Obsidian's going to be there. That seems straightforward. They're going to announce some new game. We don't know what. We thought they were working on something that was going to be similar to Fallout, and then some of their teasing kind of mirrored that as well. So Obsidian is announcing a new game there. It appears that Dragon Age is going to be announced here, which is pretty awesome. It appears that Crash Team Racing is going to be announced here. It appears that there is a rumored Mortal Kombat that is going to be announced here. Some sort of Nintendo announcement is going to be there. I don't know what is going to be there, but some kind of Nintendo announcement is going to be there. They even tweeted out, hey, you might want to watch the Game Awards, something special might happen. And then apparently Far Cry 5's Twitter handle decided to tweet out and, well, talk about a new Far Cry game, or a Far Cry spin-off. I did not think they were going to tease this. I thought this was going to be a surprise, but surprise, new Far Cry tonight. It appears to be a post-apocalyptic spin-off, maybe? Far Cry, maybe a sequel to Far Cry 5, but it looks like they might actually be making a Fallout game in the Far Cry universe, kind of, or at least a Fallout setting, which is hilarious, by the way, because if they do Fallout better than Fallout, well, Bethesda just needs to go. They just need to go, like, be shamed in, like, the corner somewhere, because at that point they're just getting pushed around by everybody. Other companies are making better open world games, and here comes Far Cry probably making a much better shooter in a post-apocalyptic world. But yeah, it's stacked tonight, guys. Absolutely stacked. We also saw a listing go up for Ashen, which is another game that a lot of us may have forgotten about, similar to Below. And that has a release date that went up, that was spotted by Windows Central at December 7th. Tomorrow. So does that mean that it's going to be announced tonight and out tomorrow? Maybe one of those shadow drop moments. That was a pretty cool looking action RPG that was shown off back in 2014 for the Xbox and the PC. I'm liking a lot of these pretty cool looking, like, kind of indie games, right? But they're pretty neat looking. So I'm looking forward to both Below and Ashen. I hope Ashen is one of those shadow drops. It's shows up, trailer, out tomorrow. You can download it at midnight tonight. Maybe it goes to Game Pass, tonight. I don't know. That'd be cool too. So yes, the Game Awards tonight, going to be big. And then, of course, who's going to win the game of the year? I am going with God of War. I am Team God of War. So we'll see what happens. It's going to be a fun night either way, even if the game you want to win doesn't win. It looks like as gamers, we're all going to win. Next up, let's talk about the PlayStation Classic because it's essentially been hacked at this point. A person actually on Twitter posted a full video of them loading up an image through a USB stick connected to the PlayStation Classic, and they were running their own images and their own game and everything off of it. So it looks like it has been opened up as for usable, for us anyway, for people who aren't going to be going through all the wiring and stuff, a method to hack the system and then load our own games on there, maybe different emulators, different ROMs, who knows. We're still waiting for that, but the door has been opened, and this is generally when things start to snowball and a method shows up days later. So we're already there. In fact, people were pretty much making fun of it at this point because it's already was a laughing stock before. But apparently they're just using public keys to sign their software. So once people figured that out, they dumped it and they looked at it, and people seem to start laughing at it because it's so, the whole thing is so lazy. But another interesting thing is after the source code was dumped, people noticed something. It seemed that they did test quite a few games and kind of just left them in the source code. Not the full games, but the fact that it is compatible with those games. There were about 36 or so that people found. And check this list out right here. This is from Twitter. Alpha Fox Warfare actually tweeted this out. And just look at the games here. Just take a good look. There's Mega Man Legends. Of course that was compatible. Why wouldn't have been? They just didn't want to put that there. Ergeist, that would have been a cool one. A couple Crash Bandicoot games. A ton of games. There's Tomb Raider. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 was tested. Tomba, how is Tomba not on here? There's so many head-scratching moments here, but this is the biggest one to me. Because that means that they were probably in talks at some point, or just in general, trying to figure out if these games would work. And yeah, they would have worked. So, I mean, maybe not all of them. Like Toy Story 2, I'm sure some people remember that, but not that many people, right? But like, how is something like Mega Man Legends not on there? One of the Tomb Raiders, Tomba 2, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 is the biggest one. I know there's licensing issues, but I guess a lot of this, even Soul Reaver, that'd have been cool. I guess a lot of this does come down to licensing issues, but the fact that they did test these and I guess they had to just back away does make me wonder if maybe there is another PlayStation Classic plan down the road, but this got pushed out the door. Oh man. The good news is though, it should be hacked probably to the point where we can load stuff up, honestly, at this point by next week. And our last bit of news, I want to take a quick look at the Media Crate sales charts because this is the last time we will see the charts before Smash Bros. Ultimate comes out. I think it's important to see a benchmark before what will basically be the big onrush going towards the holiday season. So let's start with the top 10. And yeah, you probably guessed it. Pokemon, Let's Go Pikachu, and Eevee, they are combined SKUs. So again, it makes sense that it's still at the top. 94,753. It is coming up on that 1 million mark just straight up physically. I'm sure if you start throwing digital sales in, yeah, it's probably over 1 million by now. Number 2 is Persona Q2 on the 3DS, 79,747. That's actually pretty good there. Super Mario Party at number 3, Battlefield 5 at 4, Climax Scramble at 5. That's actually also a new game from Bandai Namco. That at 14,465. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Splatoon 2, Minecraft, Call of Duty Black Ops 4, and then Dead by Daylight came out on the PS4 there, and that actually made it into the top 10, 7,005 units. Moving over to the hardware, Nintendo Switch at the top, 120,546. That is a jump of roughly 12,000 units from last week, so it is already starting to tick up, and then of course, the next week's report from this week will be very interesting to see how everything goes down with Smash. Right below that, the PlayStation 4, 20,410. That's a bit of a drop-off, about a 4,000 unit drop-off. The 3DS was up a bit, probably because of Persona Q2 at 10,435. The PlayStation Vita, ladies and gentlemen, is up 110 units. This system is pretty much like just not going away. But that's pretty impressive, 1,798. The Xbox One is down massively to 285, but I really cannot explain to you guys what's even going on with the Xbox One, as the X, the more expensive X, continues to sell better than just the regular Xbox One. So while it looks like business as usual in the holiday season, it's important to remember, okay, 120,000 units, the top game here, or 2 games together, was under 100,000 units. So we're going to remember that going into next week, because we're going to see some ridiculous numbers from Smash. I wouldn't be shocked if you see 1 million units day one right there. And it's going to be interesting to see. It's going to come out of stock, of course. I think Nintendo's ready for that. And then, of course, stock for the system. Again, I think Nintendo's ready for that as well. So we'll keep an eye on that and see what happens next week. But I do think all eyes are going to be on Smash, as they should be. And we'll see what kind of number this thing can put out. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it here for Newswave. If you enjoyed this video, guys, hit the like button. It does help out. If not, hit the dislike. Leave comments down below about everything we talked about today, whether it's the Game Awards. Are you excited more so for the announcements? Are you excited to see what game wins Game of the Year? Some other categories? Let me know down below, and also let me know what you think Game of the Year will be out of all of the games that they have nominated currently. It should be really fun to see what happens there. And then what do you think Smash is going to do next week? Because it's going to be fun just to see what kind of number they put up with that and the Switch. It'll also tell us what their holiday is going to look like and if they can hit that big 20 million unit number. Thanks, guys, for watching, and I'll see you next time.